Hi, my name's Tim Victor. I am doing an 8-hour production possibility frontier for two goods that are produced locally here in San Antonio. The two items that I decided to do my graph on is going to be a wine bottle chandelier and a leather wallet. Both items are produced locally here in San Antonio by a company called Fantasia Custom Designs. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the graph. This is going to represent 8 hours of work. So I'm going to make all my notches for each hour. On the bottom, I'm going to have this be the leather wallets. The main materials for the leather wallets is pretty much just the leather hide. Everything is custom made by hand. Um, this axis is going to be represented by the wine chandeliers. For every hour, I spoke to the owner. He was able to produce one wine chandelier per hour as opposed to two wallets per hour. So we'll start here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I'm going to draw the production possibilities frontier curve. All right. And the first question was, where would the point be if there was a lot of workers who were using Facebook and Snapchat while at work? So with this being the case, since this is the possible for every hour, so if they were to produce 14 wallets, they would only be able to produce one chandelier. So this line is representing what their production possibilities are. Now, if employees were to get distracted and not be able to produce to the full capacity, a point on the graph would be right about here because it's to the left of the production possibilities frontier. For question number 2, a loss in electrical power. The leather wallets are made by hand and don't require any electrical tools, so they will be unaffected, as opposed to wine chandeliers where they have to use tools to weld the wine bottles with specific metal and the candles as well. So we would just The leather wallets would remain the same, and we would just and the Frontier line would change as we see. We'll name this P2. Okay, and we'll label this for question number 1, and number 2 will be over here. Now, third and final question: what might happen? Explain what might reduce productivity for both goods and show the change on your graph. Now, pretend there was some sort of illness to the employees within the factory. It would limit production on both sides, both the wine chandeliers and the leather wallets. So they would be affected by this third line. We'll make it over here. We'll make that number 3. Okay, so overall you'll see how the different points, depending on what circumstances are happening for the factory, how it affects the actual overall productivity of the company. Thank you.